Hi friends, my name is Leslie Tucker. This is my first video on YouTube for reselling. I have done videos in the past for my crochet design business and talked a little bit about baking and different things that I've done. I wanted to introduce myself. I sell on Poshmark and I currently sell on eBay. I'll eventually be phasing eBay out because I love Poshmark so much. I also sell on a couple other markets, just testing them out. Macari, Vinted, new app called Relove. But I wanted to create a video just to introduce myself and kind of reach out to a community of 40 and above. I don't see a lot of people my age. If they're out there, I would love for you to connect with me. I'll leave all my links below, and just like so that we can create a community. Again, my name is Leslie Tucker. I am married. I have a wonderful husband, Thomas. He's been an eBay seller for years and he just started selling on Poshmark and he loves it. We have a blended family of 10 children. I have 5, he has 5. I have a wonderful 5-year-old granddaughter. I'm currently from the wonderful city of Philadelphia, but I currently, after meeting my husband, I moved to Delaware. We live in a college town right up the street, University of Delaware. And for years, I was in food service. I'm ServSafe certified. I've worked in several restaurants. Before moving to Delaware 6 years ago, I was a professional baker at a couple cafes. I've managed a couple restaurants. After moving to Delaware, I became a cook at a preschool, and then the job that I just had was as a supervising lunch lady for one of the local high schools. And I say was because I made a decision in April to pursue reselling full time, and I handed in my letter of resignation in August. And I just wanted to, let you know how I did that, and basically start some communication, started a community so that I can get to know some resellers. I would love input. I would love any kind of information you can provide. Again, and I forgot to mention I'm 49 years old. So I would love to connect with people who are closer to my age. Not that I don't love all the younger people who are in the community. It's just a little bit harder for me to um, relate to them. I found a lot of information. Really, my favorite Pasha right now is Jenna Empty Hanger. I've learned so much from her, how to store my items, steam my items, pack my items. She's just been a great inspiration, and so many others. But for some reason, she just clicked for me, and then I passed on her information to my 22-year-old daughter who also sells on Poshmark. But I would love to build a community of people closer to my age so that I can see what they're doing. It's hard to find people. You can't just punch in on Instagram, 49 and older or 40 and older. But I would love for that community to reach out to me and link me to your videos, link me to your closet, link me to your Instagram so that I can really see what you're doing and know that there are other people out there like me, my age, that are trying to build something for their future, have a business that they can rely on. So that was the personal side. Again, I said in April, I decided that I was tired of working. I've been working since I was 14 years old. I raised 5 children, married my husband, moved here to Delaware, worked, and the job that I worked was very stressful. I hurt myself. I bruised my sternum from all the heavy lifting. As a lunch lady, you have to lift about 50 pounds and also do the paperwork, attend all the meetings. You're responsible as a supervisor for anything that goes wrong, and the stress was just too much for me. And so I had a conversation with my husband back in April, and I asked him if it would be okay if I left my job as long as I can continue to contribute to our household. And he was like, definitely. I have no problem with that whatsoever. His main concern was that I could do things for myself. And my main concern was just being able to contribute to the household, not worrying about my savings or anything like that. But with that in mind, I did start saving. So this is my story. I started selling on Poshmark in 2016. My husband was an eBay seller, but I was very hesitant about selling on eBay just because of fees and different things like that. I had an eBay store years ago, but then I closed it down. But I do use eBay for selling quite often. Amazon is my go-to, but I do use eBay. So I wanted to give both Poshmark and eBay a try. And what I did was I got to work as a lunch lady. School ends in June. So when I started my journey in April, well, let me go back a little bit. I did indicate that I started Poshmark in 2016. So what would occur, my husband would bring me some things, bring me clothes. We would go to the bins. I would find some things that worked for me. And I posted a lot of things on Poshmark, but it was just a hobby. I would work on the weekends, listing some things. And then on my summers, because I was a lunch lady, I would have the summer off. Then I would sell in my business. And I would just make plenty of sales. But when school started again, I just slacked. And it really was a hobby. It wasn't a business. I wasn't taking it seriously. I would love to make a few sales. I can buy some Christmas gift for my children, treat my granddaughter. And again, I didn't take it seriously. But then as the stress started building this year, April 2018, I decided, you know what? Let's find out how I can take this thing full time. So what I did was I dug deep into YouTube videos. Again, YouTube videos. And I basically just watched so many people. I got a lot of information. I became teachable, learning about Poshmark and about offer to sellers and how to take good pictures and to how to have a really good presentation on Poshmark. And it went from there. And then I also sold on eBay. I would go and just every day just load stuff onto eBay and sell. Sales were going great on eBay. That was really the deciding factor, the money that I was making on eBay. And then Poshmark, I still wasn't doing as much. Now, mind you, this was April. I would go to work, come home, do the business, go to bed at 2 o'clock, get up at 6 in the morning, go to work, repeat. By May, within a month, I could see the money coming in and I could see the success of it. And so what I decided, yep, let's go full force. So from May to June, I would come home after work, really just do the business, list, take pictures, steam, shop, do everything that I needed to focus on the business. When June came and school was over, summer, delve right in. Just all I ate, slept, drank, business. I stopped going to the gym. I gained 20 pounds. But what I did was I delved in. I saved 3 months of income. I was able to contribute and give my husband money. And I was able to save just in case an emergency situation occurred. So from June to August, and my goal was to send a letter of resignation by August 17th because I would have to start work as a supervisor on August 20th. On August 17th, I emailed my letter of resignation to my supervisor and I have not looked back. Today is October 23rd and my income has exceeded actually my income, and I made good money because I was a supervisor and I worked for the state of Delaware. I had dental and I had a vision plan, and those are the only two things that I lost because my husband has a wonderful medical plan from his firefighter's pension. So basically, that's it. I just delved right in and just ate, slept. So there was a turning point for me basically in about July. eBay it's like feeding a hungry monster. You have to continue to feed and post items every single day, like literally no less than 20, or you can just keep relisting. You can go in, end an item, relist, so that you can keep having your items up in the feed to make sales. My only challenge was the fees. It's a great platform to sell on, but I had a store, and I literally had two stores. I had one store just selling jeans, and then I had one store that is still currently open. It's called Leslie's Fashion Boutique. Same name on Poshmark, Leslie's Fashion Boutique. Again, I'll put the links down in the comments. But the fees were just kind of killing me. For some people, that's not a big deal because they make so much money that the fees don't bother them. But what I like about Poshmark is that, bam, I know that if I have an item for sale, 20%, I can print my label and then I'm done. And in my mind, that 20% I already am compensating with the cost that I'm putting up there. Whereas with eBay, I have to continue to feed the monster. Now, mind you, this is me. This is no reflection on anyone else, because I know people will probably say, eBay is wonderful. It is. It's a wonderful platform. Again, I still sell. I just made about 10 sales this weekend. But when I go in, I look at the fees because I have to continue to relist. I have a store. So once I reach my listings, in order to relist, I have to pay a fee. And then that adds up. And then it adds up on PayPal. But on Poshmark, the way you see it is the way it is. I get 20%, I pay 20%, and I print my label and I'm done and I send it out. And it's just that simple, you know. But so basically that's what it was, all I wanted to say. I'm looking down at some notes because I did write some things down. And that's basically it. If you want any type of business, whether it's reselling, whether it's with travel agent, whether it's Amway or anything that you want to do, you have to put the work in. But this right here is like perfect for me. I can sit around in my pajamas. I can go and source whenever I want to. I have an office space that I created. I have a studio space that I created, and it's me. I put in more hours in this business that I did working for the state, and I'm more tired, but it's at my leisure. So if I stay up at 2 in the morning, I get up with my daughter to make sure she's up at 6 o'clock in the morning. She's in high school. I just make sure I look at her. She's out the door, and I can lay back down and sleep till 10 if I want to. And then I get on Poshmark and I start sharing. I pack up my packages. While my coffee's brewing, I take about 10 photos, come on up, list them. And that's basically it. But I just wanted to jump on and just get through my first video. I was a little bit nervous. My husband does videos all the time, but I just wanted to put a shout out. Again, I'm Leslie Tucker. If you like this video, if it's something that you don't like, if it's something that you don't see, maybe my earrings you don't like my artwork on the wall, just let me know. Please leave comments. And if you're over 40, I would love to hear from you. I would love to follow you. I would love to see your closet. I would love to follow you on Instagram. I would love to follow you on YouTube. I am very teachable and I want to learn from everyone. Anything that you could possibly teach me, that it would be a wonderful thing. But I thank you for watching. If you watched, my links are going to be in the comments. Please ask me any questions. I would love for you to follow me here on YouTube. Please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the thumbs up if you liked it, and follow me on Instagram. I'll put my link tree link down the bottom, my Poshmark and all that, and I would love for you to follow me. Thank you.